Chapter 4, Animal Kingdom. This is video number 1. In this video, we will be discussing about the basis of classification. On what basics the animal kingdom is classified. The animal kingdom is classified taking care of the very first thing, level of organization. Now, there are 3 levels of organization: cellular level of organization, tissue level of organization, organ level of organization, and organ system level of organization. Cellular level of organization, under this comes those animals which is only made up of cells, loose cells. For example, in sponges. Tissue level of organization, in this, the cell aggregates to form tissues. For example, in coelenterate. Organ level of organization, the tissues aggregate to form organs, for example, in platyhelminthes. And organ system level of organization, where the organs organize themselves to form a particular system, that is the organ system, like digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system. This type of organ system of organization is found in annelids, arthropods, and all other higher phyla. Now let's talk about the symmetry. The body symmetry can be of 3 types: asymmetrical, radially symmetrical, or bilaterally symmetrical. Asymmetry, you see it in sponges. In this, the body is not divided into equal half through any plane. You can see this asymmetric is seen in porifera. Whereas radial symmetry, you see it in Cynidria. In this, when the body plane passes through the central axis of the body and divides it into 2 identical halves. See, it is passing through the central axis. Now talking about the third symmetry, that is the bilateral symmetry. In this, the animal body can be divided into 2 equal halves, that is right side and the left side, 2 identical right side and left side. This is known as bilateral symmetry. Arthropods, even humans, we humans are bilateral symmetry. Now talking about embryonic layer arrangement. Now body layers can be of 2 types. It can be diploblastic or triploblastic. In animals, if the cells, the body is made up of 2 layers, body wall is made up of 2 layers, that is ectoderm and endoderm, then you call it as diploplastic animals. For example, coelentrates. Yes, in coelentrates, there is a layer of mesoglia present between ectoderm and endoderm, but that comes under, it's made up of 2 major layers, that is ectoderm and endoderm. So it is diploblastic. If the body wall is made up of 3 layers, ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm, then you call it as triploblastic. For example, from platyhelminthes to chordates, all are triploblastic. You can see in this diagram, this is ectoderm and the inner layer endoderm. Here ectoderm, then this mesoderm, and then the inner layer endoderm. So this is triploblastic and this is diploblast. Even it's clear in this also. This layer, this outermost layer, body wall is made up of outermost layer ectoderm, which forms the exoskeleton, mesoderm, which forms all the organs, and this is the innermost layer, that is the endoderm, that forms the inner lining of the organs. Now talking about coelom. Coelom is the cavity between the body wall and the gut, uh, that is coelom. Now, presence or absence of the cavity between the body wall and the gut is very important in classification. It is of three types: acoelomate, pseudocoelomate, and coelomate. Acoelomate, the name itself says no coelom, no body cavity. Let me show you the diagram. See, this is the first figure. This figure is showing it is acoelomate, found in flatworms. It is triploblastic, but there is no body cavity. This is the digestive cavity. Then from outside, if you see this blue layer, ectoderm, mesoderm, and then the endoderm. In between, there is no cavity, body cavity. So it is acoelomate. A means no body cavity. Then the second is coelomate or eucoelomate. This is the true coelom. Here, a coelomate is an organism where it is a condition where the coelom or the body cavity is lined by mesoderm on both the sides. See, this is blue color depicting ectoderm. This is mesoderm, then the body cavity, then again mesoderm. So the body cavity is lined by mesoderm on both the sides. Then there is a green color layer, that is the endoderm, that is depicting the endoderm, and this is the digestive cavity. So children, body cavity and the digestive cavity are different. In the body cavity, all the organs are present. This is pseudocoelomate. Pseudo means false. False coelom. That means there is a body cavity, there is a coelom, but that coelom is not lined by mesoderm on both the sides. See this blue color again depicting the ectoderm, then this orangish color that is depicting the mesoderm, then the body cavity, and then the endoderm. This body cavity, this coelom is not lined by mesoderm on both the sides. Mesoderm is only present on one side. So this is pseudocoelom, pseudocoelomate, that is found in roundworms. True coelom or coelomate is found from annelids to chordates in all the phyla. Now classification is done. The next characteristic is segmentation. In some animals, the body is externally and internally divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs. For example, in earthworm. In earthworm, the body pattern is such that the segments are known as metamerically segmented. So this is known as metamerism. Now, the last characteristic on basis of which the organism is classified, that is notochord. What is notochord? It is a rod-like structure that is formed on the dorsal side during the embryonic development of animals. And this notochord is developed from mesoderm. Animals with notochord are called chordates. They come under phylum Chordata, and animals without notochord are called non-chordate. They are from phylum Porifera to Echinodermata. See, you can see over here, this is the dorsal nerve cord. Just below the nerve cord, in the chordate is present the notochord, a rod-like structure. Now, this is a broad classification. This is kingdom Animalia. It can be divided into cellular level of organization and the second one, tissue, organ and organ system level of organization. In cellular level of organization comes Porifera. This tissue, organ and organ system level of organization can be further divided into radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Radial symmetry, under radial symmetry comes coelenterata, synedria and ctenophora. Under bilateral symmetry, it can be further divided into whether acoelomate, pseudocoelomate or coelomate. Acoelomate, platyhelminthes, pseudocoelomate, escalhelminthes, and coelomate, under coelomate comes from all phylums from Annelida to Chordata. So in this video, we have studied about the different characteristics under which will be taken into consideration while classification of animals. And in the next video, I'll be making on non-chordates, and the third video will be on chordates. Thank you.